Together they crack me up and compliment each other well. They've always been a constant in my life, and I'm blessed to be here tonight celebrating you guys. I love you.
So, if you can believe it, Logan was not the biggest ladies' man throughout high school. That's breaking news. But I remember the weeks Logan was talking about him and Rose going on a date. I'd never heard him talk about another girl the way he talked about Rose.
With the blessing of God and all the joy, peace, hope, and love of God's Spirit, you now share your vows with one another, your words of promise from your hearts. And I remind you that as you speak your words, you speak them to one another, but you speak them before these who are beloved to you, and also before your God, whose love for you is perfect and everlasting.
And then they buy a house. I mean, 20 some years old. I'm like, wow, you guys are doing great. So they buy a house, and then the next thing I know, they're moving to Virginia. Logan's got a great I'm good. So they moved to Virginia, which was tough, right? Because they moved away from us. So that's real, it's real tough, but stop it. So they moved away. We're very, very proud of them. And then we get just an even better gift. This little guy over here, little Wes. So we are, we are so proud of both of them and bringing in this perfect little guy who's like a perfect combination of the two of them. And we couldn't be more proud of both of them.
Logan, I invite you, in the spirit of God's goodness, to share and affirm your vows, speaking to Rose after me. I, Logan, take you, Rose, to be my wedded wife. And I promise, before God and these witnesses, to be your loving and faithful husband. In plenty and in want. In joy and in sorrow. In sickness and in health. As long as we both shall live. Rose, out of your heart of love for Logan and your love for God, I ask you to affirm your promise, speaking to Logan after me. I, Rose, take you, Logan, to be my wedded husband. And I promise, before God and these witnesses, to be your loving and faithful wife. In plenty and in want. In joy and in sorrow. In sickness and in health. As long as we both shall live. Amen. Rose and Logan, I invite you to kiss one another to seal your vows. If you would turn toward the blessing of this congregation as they look to you and celebrate with you. It is my great pleasure, and yes, my honor, and always my blessing, to bring before you, as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Logan and Rose Jeske. Receive them in the greatest joy with me.
And I remember when he told me him and Rose were going on their first date to the movies, I had a special feeling that it would lead to something, and I could not have been happier for him. I never thought Logan would love anything more than a Marlboro Red. Obviously, I was wrong. Logan, Rose, and I have shared a lot of very fun memories over the years. My favorite memory so far is when we were up north at my family's cottage, and Rose was showing off her beautiful softball swing with a PVC pipe, trying to recruit Logan and our friend Brant to join a beer league softball team with her. So long story short, the PVC pipe ended up through one of our brand new garage windows. So I don't have really much to offer as far as marriage advice, but I would say, Logan, please continue to make Rose happy and don't leave any PVC pipes laying around because I know she's very dangerous with one. Logan and Rose, we all love you very much. Thank you for allowing us to share this special day with you. Please join me in raising a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Jeske.
Growing up with her by my side has been one of the biggest blessings in my life. She's the kindest person I've ever met, the best hairstylist, and to this day, there's not a time I can think of where she hasn't been there for me. Even if we are 800 miles away in different states, sorry.